Speaking at the 15th edition of the Education Summit, organized at Eros Hotel in New Delhi on 21st January 2023, Mr. Amol Arora, Vice Chairman and Managing Director, Shemrock and Shemford Group of Schools, New Delhi, spoke to the Education Times and shared his thoughts about the summit, about his experience interacting with fellow speakers, and about the initiatives taken by his schools to empower the 21st century students. Let's hear his thoughts.
We have with us today Mr. Amol Arora, Vice Chairman and Managing Director, Shemrock and Shemford Group of Schools, New Delhi. Welcome to the summit, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure is all ours. So, first of all, would like to ask about your experience here at New Delhi attending the 15th Education Summit.
Oh, I think it was a wonderful day spent, and I think there was so much to learn. There was so many people to interact with and meet up with and catch up with, and of course some wonderful stalls as well. So you guys had some really good exhibitors who are doing some innovative work in education, edtech, and I think it was for me, it's time well spent because in 5-10 minutes I can evaluate companies and see which ones make sense for me. And what I liked about your the whole thing was that you had speakers from schools, from edtech, from the government sector as well, which is very difficult to get these people as well. They're very busy people and they don't take out time. And the amazing thing was the people from the government were also sitting and listening. So when we do these discussions in conferences, we are almost talking to principals, and principals are speaking, principals are listening. But now when the government officials are listening, it actually means that it can impact policy as well. That is really, really good. So I really love that fact that you made that effort. It takes a lot of effort to reach out to these people, go after them, chase them. So good job done. I think that's amazing. So I love that part.
Thank you so much, and we are glad that you were here and gave us the opportunity to host you. So today you moderated a session which was on NEP 2020 and NDA 2021 framework to channelize digital education ecosystem, and I must say you moderated really well. The energy was there, and there were multiple takeaways from that. So in your opinion, how did you find your co-speakers, and what was the experience interacting with them, and what are the outcomes that you think might be helpful in the future?
Yeah, like I said, you had an amazing choice of people on panel and in the audience as well. So as a result, the discussion was very fruitful. We had somebody who was from research, we had somebody who spent 30 years in education as a school leader, as a director, some practitioners as well were in the panel. So I think the panel discussion became very engaging. It was going to and fro. Lots of different opinions on different aspects came through. And for somebody who's also listening, because I was listening to the answers, right? So I was hearing things on different perspectives from different people with different perspectives, and say, okay, you see the totality. If everybody is of the same nature, then everybody gives the same answer. I also agree, I also agree, I also agree. So this was very different. But what about this? But what about that? And so it made for a very engaging topic to discuss, even though as a moderator I was enjoying listening to them, and I didn't want to interrupt, but we had to stick to the time limits. So I'm sure the audience also benefited, and I think for practitioners, especially after COVID, because COVID changed everything. We were all in our comfort zone. हमें schooling करना आता है. We know how to children get good marks, results अच्छे हैं, my school is doing well. COVID forced everybody to think, why should parents continue paying fees to us? Why do schools exist? How is online learning going to happen? What tools to use? Teachers had to adapt. And now, as principals, I see an openness in the audience as well, that they want to learn because they know it's not going to be the same as well. It has given us an awakening. So the good thing with what has happened through COVID is that we have learned that there are better ways of teaching learning. There was a lot of inertia in the school system, so that has changed, and as a result there was a lot of energy, as you said, on stage and in the audience as well, to listen. So I love that fact, and I think it's a day very well spent for me personally.
Right. So it has become a two-way road. Definitely, we are learning from something from someone, and someone is learning something from us. So it's a two-way process. And so talking about, tell us something about the methodologies or the initiatives you have been taking at your schools or branches to make the students future ready.
See, we've always been running our schools for 33 years with one single philosophy, very simple philosophy, that learning should be joyful. If you make learning enjoyable, schooling enjoyable, learning, everything happens automatically. And it becomes more relevant now, because now our children are entering a workplace where skills have a very short life now. So whatever you learned after 3-4 years, it's irrelevant. You have to reskill as well. Now, who will succeed in this environment? Somebody who thinks, I have a degree, I have the qualifications, so I'm set for life. Those days are gone, right? So now, who will succeed are people who have that positive attitude towards I enjoy what I do, and I enjoy this, and I'll keep learning for the love of it, and because this is how life is going to be. There's no escaping this. I can't go back to my old life and say, "Wohi acha tha time." Yes, you can be nostalgic, but reality is what we face today. And these children are going to enter a very, very dynamic world. We're talking about today's. It's dynamic. What about 15 years from now as well? So these children who are in our schools, we've always believed, have to have this attitude that the children, they enjoy coming to our schools. So we created our schools where children run to schools and walk by home. That's what we want, rather than the other way around. So that was the philosophy 33 years back, but that was because we thought that's the best way for children to learn. If they want to come to school, if every corner of the school is created in a way which we want to make it attractive for children, all the lesson plans are such that teachers are told that if you were a child in your own class, would you want to sit there or be in the playground? Make it so interesting that बच्चे उसमें बैठना चाहे by choice. Would you want to be that? So the whole curriculum, the system, the interiors, everything is designed for the child. So they want to come to school. So as at that time, our aim 30 years back was just to ensure that children are learning positively and they have that positive attitude right through college life as well. But now it's even more important. So I think that attitude towards being a lifelong learner has to be developed in schools as well. So this is that's where our overall philosophy is. So whatever we integrate in terms of technology, teaching methods, teacher trainings, is all designed with that in mind, that we have to make learning enjoyable. And we've continued to do that. We continue to look at new aspects because of COVID now. One more thing is that we're all comfortable doing things online, remotely. What can we do? Everything doesn't have to be done. Why does everything have to be done in the school? So learning and schooling should not finish at 2 o'clock. Schooling can continue even after that. Child can pick up the phone and learn something when he wants to, at any time, anywhere kind of learning. Interactivity, extra classes, exposure to foreign schools. So all these things are happening, and I think it's all comes with that basic philosophy. So if your core philosophy, or if you're honest to your true philosophy, I think these are all strategies, tactics, tools. They'll keep innovating, and it's not the end. It's going to become faster and faster. So schools need to be more adaptable, and thanks to COVID, educators and teachers are more adaptable now. So it's very easy to implement new initiatives. Earlier, the resistance was, "Ab ye kya karna pad raha hai? Ye kyun karna pad raha hai? Hum karte rahe hain sab kaam." So I think now people are. Yes. Now schools who don't do it will not survive now. So I think that's what is the good thing, and that's what's going to continue. So I think that's why initiatives like these are very, very important, because you get an opportunity to learn from industry, from other educators, hear policymakers on what they have done for you, for your schools, and what is coming up also. So I think it's really, really good as an educator to be. I mean, I'm going back really excited. It's a Saturday, but I wish tomorrow was a Monday, and I could go and implement what I've learned tomorrow itself. So that's.
First time I've heard something.
Yeah, come Sunday and I'll be tired. Monday I have to get myself. I'm really energized right now. I wish I could go to office tomorrow and note that. But thanks for having me, and I had an amazing time here.
That's a big compliment for us. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for being here and blessing us with your presence. Thank you so much, and all the best for all your future endeavors.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.